I was born for the saddle, for the thrill of the chase, and for the lawless expanse of the American frontier. My name is Jesse James, and I carved my name into history with a six-shooter and a desire for vengeance. To some, I'm a hero. To others, I'm a murderer. The truth lies somewhere in between. My story begins in Missouri in 1847. The Civil War tore my family and land apart. I was just a boy when I first tasted violence, watching Union soldiers destroy our farm. That rage burned inside me, and when the war called, I joined the Confederate guerrillas. We were brutal, yes, raiding Union towns, ambushing soldiers, but we were fighting for survival. When the war ended, they called us criminals. I refused to surrender. The government thought it could strip us of our land, our pride. They were wrong. I took up arms again, this time for myself, my family, and the brotherhood I built. My brother Frank and I formed a gang, and together we set out to take what we believed was owed to us. We became legends. Banks, trains, stagecoaches, none were safe from the James Younger gang. My favorite was the adrenaline of a train heist, the sound of galloping hooves as we cut off the engine and stormed aboard. We were precision incarnate, with pistols drawn and sacks of loot over our shoulders before anyone could react. The papers painted me as a Robin Hood, a savior of the South. They wrote stories about how I gave to the poor, stood against the tyranny of the North. It wasn't entirely true, but it helped keep the law off my back. The truth, I took the money and ran. It was for me and my gang, no one else. But the Wild West has no happy endings. After years of dodging bounty hunters and Pinkerton agents, my gang began to fall apart. The law grew smarter, hungrier. Friends turned into enemies, and trust became a luxury I couldn't afford. I tried to settle down, to live a quiet life with my wife and children, but the ghosts of my past followed me. In 1882, I let my guard down. Robert Ford, a man I thought was my ally, put a bullet in the back of my head while I straightened a picture on the wall. The newspapers called him a hero. I called him a coward. But in that moment, my story ended and my legend began. I am Jesse James, the outlaw who defied the law and wrote his own destiny with blood and fire.